Indonesia is so poor. What is the reason behind it? Corruption and governance, the Achilles heel of progress. Indonesia's potential is enormous, but corruption remains a significant roadblock on its path to prosperity. Despite efforts to tackle this issue, corruption has seeped into nearly every level of governance, affecting everything from infrastructure projects to healthcare services. It's not just an economic issue. It's a betrayal of the trust of 280 million Indonesians who deserve better. Let's talk numbers. In 2024, Indonesia ranked 96th out of 180 countries in Transparency International's Corruption Perceptions Index. While this is an improvement from previous years, the nation still struggles with billions of dollars lost annually to graft. A recent high-profile scandal involved embezzlement within the Ministry of Social Affairs, where funds meant for COVID-19 relief were siphoned off by corrupt officials. Such incidents are devastating, not just financially but also morally. Corruption doesn't just steal money, it steals opportunities. Infrastructure projects meant to connect rural areas with urban hubs are delayed or poorly executed because funds are misused. For instance, the ambitious Trans-Sumatra Highway, intended to boost regional connectivity, has faced repeated setbacks due to inflated budgets and questionable contracts. These delays ripple through the economy, limiting growth and keeping regions isolated. The education sector isn't spared either. Funds intended for school renovations or teacher training often disappear before reaching their intended beneficiaries. In rural areas, children still study in crumbling classrooms with insufficient resources, all while millions are funneled into private accounts. This systemic failure perpetuates inequality, denying the next generation the tools they need to break free from poverty. Healthcare, another critical area, also suffers. In remote provinces, clinics are underfunded, and essential medicines are often unavailable. Corruption in the procurement of medical supplies has led to scandals where expired or substandard products are distributed. The result? Ordinary Indonesians pay the price with their health and lives. The private sector isn't immune either. Businesses often have to navigate a labyrinth of bureaucratic red tape, greased by under-the-table payments. This environment discourages foreign investment, limiting the country's ability to attract capital and create jobs. Even local entrepreneurs struggle, as bribes and favoritism stifle fair competition and innovation. While President Joko Widodo's administration has made strides in fighting corruption, the challenges are deeply entrenched. The establishment of the Corruption Eradication Commission, KPK, has led to high-profile arrests, but critics argue that its powers have been undermined in recent years. Without strong enforcement and systemic reforms, these victories risk being fleeting. The impact of corruption goes beyond economics. It erodes public trust in institutions. When citizens see officials enriching themselves at the expense of the nation, it fosters disillusionment and apathy. This lack of trust makes it harder to implement policies and drive meaningful change. But all is not lost. Grassroots movements and civil society organizations are stepping up to demand accountability. Technology is also playing a role, with digital platforms enabling more transparent tracking of government spending. These efforts are a beacon of hope in an otherwise bleak landscape. Corruption remains Indonesia's Achilles' heel, holding back progress in education, healthcare, and infrastructure. Addressing this issue is critical for the nation to realize its potential. As we move to the next context, we'll explore how Indonesia's reliance on resource exports further complicates its economic landscape.